Okay, well, it's time to review my everyday household object. And, what the heck do I have around here that's not nerdy? How about that? Okay, so here's the lamp. And being that it is both a utilitarian and a decorative piece, we get to talk about two different things today. But let's start with the decorative, because you always see something before you use it. So, as you can see, this lamp has a slightly shiny, but fairly dark, brassy sort of finish to it, that's painted on with some pretty prominent grain. It is shiny, so I assume it's supposed to look metallic-y, but I would definitely believe somebody thinking that it was supposed to look like wood. Either way, it's neither one of those. It's actually some sort of heavy plaster. The finish is varying in darkness, with it being lighter in the center and darker on the top and bottom, and I really think that's supposed to accentuate this leaf pattern that they have on it. And the leafy pattern itself is actually carved into the side, not just painted on. And really, the overall look of that pattern is pretty classy from a little distance. But as soon as you get up and look really close at it, it's actually kind of a sloppy job, both the carving of the leaf pattern and especially the paint application. See, right there you can see that the paint just is spilling over the edges, it's kind of sloppily applied. I mean, it's like that for almost every single leaf. Either it's missing the paint in part of it, or it's spilling over the edges. Somebody was never taught how to color inside the lines. I mean, literally, like every single leaf has poorly applied paint. I don't think there's one on here that looks neat and tidy like, you know, what a show lamp would look like. One could argue that it adds to the feel of having that aged look, like an old lamp or something. That it's just worn down and chipped away, and the paint is... I don't know. Actually, it's just poorly applied paint. There's no getting around that. Also, the knob that was on top of the lamp to keep the lampshade in place is chipped all over the place. That's the plaster showing through, is all that white. Luckily though, unless your lamp's going to be on the floor, this is not going to be a very visible piece. It'll be above eye level. Let's talk about the lampshade now. This shade is sort of a great neutral beige. It's very classic, it's very simple, it's very workable with a lot of other stuff, and there's not much you can go wrong with it. It's a lampshade. However, here's something weird. You see this hole here? This is how you screw the shade in to the top of the lamp, and it's connected to an inner part that doesn't like to stay. You can see here how there's like an inner lining, and it's supposed to go up inside this lining. And the idea is that there are three of these little metal things that the ring on the inside of the liner will pop up and over and stay in, but they can just barely hold it, and as soon as anything goes wrong, the heck. Okay, so it's holding it now, but I swear this is the first time that it's done this. Normally it like lasts for like oh, there. Okay, there it went. This does not hold it as well as it's supposed to, even though Murphy's Law, it's holding it just fine right now. But normally this lamp is kind of teetering and bobbing like that as you move it. I don't know, maybe I've just been doing it wrong this whole time, because it seems to work fine now. No. But how useful is the lamp? First off, let's look at the cord. It looks to be right about 60 inches, which is 5 feet, which in my opinion is a pretty good length. It seems to have worked well for us here, that it can reach a nearby outlet, but not have cord dragging all over the floor, cluttering up the ground. I told you this thing was made of plaster, and it's made this thing pretty dang heavy. It's not hollow, so it's nice and solid and stands very well. But the best thing that I can say about this lamp is that it has a counterpart. You see, for just about 30 bucks, we were actually getting 2 lamps. So despite some detailing problems, I think this still has a fairly beautiful aesthetic, and it works just fine, which is the important part. To tell you the truth, I love lamp. Now, gosh darn it, I can't remember where we got this thing. We were pretty sure it was from Lowe's, but when I went to their online catalog, I couldn't find anything like it. So unfortunately, if you watch this video and are like, oh my gosh, I need that lamp, it goes with my Ivy decor. Sorry, I don't know where we got it. Now pardon me, but I'm not used to all this natural light, so I'm just gonna close the blinds and turn on all the artificial lights I can. Thanks, bye.